Okay. So we are
Spoilers.
spoilers. We want to straight that right out because you're gonna find out what my theme is for December, which is
Newt Scamander's suitcase. Inside of his suitcase, not
yes.
just his
So
suitcase.
it's for Fantastic Beasts because I cannot not put that in there. And I love that movie. I love the first one more than I like the other ones. I like the second
Well,
one. It was the third one.
yeah.
The third one kind of killed it. But we still like it. So the first thing we do, because someone asked, is to create a map for it, is we do research to see if we can see images of what his case looks like. So we found a bunch of different images from the movie, like still shots. So then we can go, okay, this is how his suitcase looks. We did find a couple people that did some like mock-ups, or what do you call
Like,
them?
you won't be able to see the photo. Maybe not. I don't know. But this photo is actually like a 3D diorama that he did
Oh yeah.
for it.
And who did the diorama? Does it say?
It just said YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you look up a 3D diorama of Newt Scamander's suitcase, you might find the video. But we're gonna kind of use that for our base start, and then we're going to um go from there and add in the other creatures and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, since she likes to complicate stuff, she was like, "Oh, let's also add in the book too." And just so you know, have you ever noticed that this is still inside his suitcase? It's
Yes.
it just
Yeah, it grew taller.
taller.
So I want you to just like,
How am I
complicate
gonna
this
do
here.
this?
I don't know, but
What am I
this is gonna
supposed
be
to
so
do?
fun.
Just like, oh yeah, this is level 1, and this is level 2, and this is level 3, and this is level millionth floor.
That could work. I want 100 million floors. I want this to look so beautiful and complicated.
Okay, well, floor 1
Okay.
is the ocean.
Okay. The ocean?
Yes, because see, he has a
We're sorry, spoilers for Fantastic Beasts too, because you're gonna find out what kind of beasts are in there.
because he has
A kelpie.
Kelpie,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna jump down to an overhead so you guys can kind of see the rough sketch of the beginning and then how we go from there. All right.
Yep. Yeah, good luck.
Good luck. You're
Good
telling
luck.
yourself. Good luck.
Good luck.
She's doing it all. Yay! So as you can see, she's drawing out the references of the enclosures. You can kind of see that she's trying to do the placement as best she can. It's really hard to go off her reference photos, and we didn't rewatch the movie when she started doing the drawing, which maybe would have helped a little bit more. But overall, I think that it came out really well, and her using pencil made it easier for her to erase and then go back in and change things. And whenever you're doing maps, that is one suggestion I always have, is using pencils. So if you are trying to create something like this and you're looking at reference photos, definitely use a pencil to start with and just etch it out and then erase the parts that aren't quite right. She did a lot of work for me, and she mumbled while she was working with it, like, no, that's not where that goes, or oh, that looks a little bit different. And I would have liked to kept the audio so you guys could hear how she works, but I had to speed up the video, and also she was really quiet. So, but overall, I think it turned out really cool, and any chance I get to have her help me, I will use every opportunity because it's so fun to work with my daughter on different things. And so, all right, see what final results. Okay, so looking at the maps that we found from watching the movie and getting a reference, this is the map I'm going to use. I kind of like the movie 2 map, but I feel like I can't do it justice enough, even though that the whole world inside that suitcase is really awesome. I just don't know how to transfer this very well into the book, so we're going to use this map here. And then all I do is take the transfer paper so you can get a pack of transfer paper at like Walmart or Amazon, and I just use the transfer paper and line it up in my book.
So because this map is for December, we'll just lay it across. So I'll just do it like this and put this in here. And then I'll just take the movie 1 and I'll try to kind of center it as best I can. And then I just trace it. And make sure you use a pen when you're tracing, because that's the only way to get the transfer paper to really work. So I just take a pen and I just transfer her beautiful artwork. So in the first movie, his enclosures look like they're like just set up, like different areas. And so I think it kind of made it easier. The second one actually looks like they are like Hermione's. I mean, I know this is kind of like Hermione's bag where she can fit a lot of different things in there, but it feels like the second movie has more of portals. She really did a really nice job on these trees. I just have such a hard time with trees. Now, she doesn't help me with every map, but I like it when we can kind of just collaborate and work together. So anytime I can get her to be a part of playing with my bullet journal or doing art is fun for me. So this one just has grass. So later on I'll add more grass to it because this is the obscurest. And it was just in this different enclosure. So just kind of get an idea. And then I go in and fix it later. And then this one, a bunch of different trees. And we come in, and after we get the base down, that's when we start adding a lot of different details. So I might have to go watch the movie again to see the different details and kind of add little nuggets of things from the movie. But this will give you a sneak peek into what December theme will be. But it's just a bunch of different squiggly lines, and we use the paper first just to kind of help us so that way we know it's all going to fit in the journal. That's why we just use the copy paper to kind of give us an idea. So then you lift it off, and it's on there. So that's actually how I do all of my maps. For the other map, so for a map like this, this is actually from my book. I had to reread the book to be like, okay, where are they traveling at? So like she goes, this is her home, and then there are different areas in the stories, all of the books. And so I had to kind of look at every book that I wrote and where does it go and how does it travel. And what I did was just do for the mountains is just do a triangle with some lines down the center and then color in one half of it. For the trees, I just did little tiny triangles. And then for the grass, it's just marks. So And for like the frozen tundra, to make it different, I used a gray pen to kind of make it look more whiter and paler. But this kind of gives you an idea on how to do a map if you want to do a map. Most of the other ones, such as the Harry Potter one from the last video, or even from the main video for like January, I found a map online and I did the same transfer method that I used for just a little bit ago. The same with, I found the book covers or the book maps, and that's what I used for most of these. So that's how I make the maps, is just using transfer paper and finding the maps either online or in the books themselves, so that way I can use them. So I hope that helps you with your maps. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, my pea. Now that I shared the ways that I do maps for the bullet journal, whether they are by looking at reference photos of the movies or by finding images of the book maps and just transferring them straight over, I wanted to share a little bit about how I did maps by myself for my books. And so this is the first draft of one of the Light Chronicles map, because the Light Chronicles is a world that I built. And so I wanted to draw the map, but I wasn't really happy with it. There was mistakes in it, different things that I wasn't quite happy with. I realized I didn't name a lot of the places, so I needed to go back in. So then I decided I was going to try again, and so I stained the paper, and I'm just actually using really thick copy paper. But it didn't work out again because I think it's called D&D Diaries on TikTok. I like his videos. He does maps. He suggested not using a pencil and only using a pen. I tried that and I really didn't like the way the mountains came out. And so I decided that I'm going to try again. So I started outlining, and I am going to do the process and share it with you guys and video it. However, I feel like if I tried to get it done before this video came out, I would rush it too much and it would turn out not the way I want it to. So it will be coming hopefully in March. I'm going to be working on it throughout the month, so that way I'm not rushing it. And I will share the process with you. And if you guys like that kind of content, let me know and I can do more map videos. I really enjoy doing maps. Obviously, I do them in my bullet journal. I want to do more maps for my books and my worlds. So if you guys like this type of thing, let me know. I can always share more videos about it. But I can honestly say, if you are doing maps of any kind, bullet journal or otherwise, use a pencil to start with, because you can always erase your lines. And also realize that it takes time. And if you're trying to hurry up and rush it, it will show when you get done. As a prime example, let me bring the map back up. My mountains look so rushed and do not look pretty at all. So that will be something that will definitely be fixed. There are a few people who do maps on TikTok that I really, really like, and I wish they had a YouTube video so I could watch them and recommend them. They don't. I've looked. But that being said, if you guys like the map kind of thing like this, let me know. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, my pea.